everyone, and welcome to The Pulse. I am your host today, Desiree Perez, and I am here at Alessio's Cafe with the wonderful Jenna at The Hungry Traveler on Instagram. Jenna, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I am well. I am so excited. All of these plates look amazing.
I know, I'm like I can't wait to get into them. I'm like drooling over them.
Okay, so I know we just recently met, right? But I'm curious, how long have you been doing this, like trying food and, you know, doing all this stuff?
Yeah, so it's been a little over a year and a half.
Yeah.
I will be at the 2-year mark in August.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's been really great. It's so much fun. I love doing it.
So now, when you try food, what is it that you look for to give a good review, or you know, just in general?
I think, you know, the first thing obviously is taste, and then it goes into, for me, like texture and mouthfeel. Those are like the two most important things for me. But I mean, overall, it has to taste good. It has to be seasoned well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, all of this looks like it's going to be. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get started. This is called the California Dreamin', and it's like a breakfast sandwich kind of situation. So, do you want to start with this?
Yeah,
or
let's
whichever
try it
one
out.
you
It looks
like?
really good. A little shot to the camera.
I got you here with a napkin.
Oh, thank you. I know. Let's see.
Okay,
So it has
go on.
Monterey Jack cheese on it. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Sun-dried tomatoes, some lettuce, avocado. What do you think?
That's really good. I love the sourdough. It's like my favorite type of bread,
I love sourdough.
especially with like an avocado
Yeah.
toast kind of situation. Yeah, I'm like worried I'm dropping it. Thank you. And
Okay.
yeah, it's really good. It's very light.
Okay.
Like this is something that I would personally eat for breakfast
yeah.
because
same.
it is so light.
Now, if you were to rate it 1 out of 10, what are you giving it?
I'd give it a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
okay.
think it's really good.
And I've heard that you can customize it, right? You can add eggs, or you can add chicken, and whatever you want.
Yeah,
to it.
I feel like a balsamic glaze would be really good on that too. Like if you
There's
really
a
wanted to.
balsamic glaze on here. I'm
So
so
excited.
excited about this one. This one looks really good. Okay, what do you want to try next?
Ooh, I don't know. What do you think? Should we try that one? I feel
think
like
you
we're
should
itching to
this
try
one.
it.
Yeah, let's switch this one up. This one looks delicious.
That is so good.
Like it
See it on the
almost
camera.
Like it
Looks
almost melts in
amazing.
your mouth kind of situation. I feel like. Okay,
Oh my
go
gosh,
on.
wow.
Go for it.
Yes. So this is prosciutto with an aged balsamic glaze,
Yeah.
arugula, fried tomatoes, and sorry, I like forgot what else I wanted to say on this one. But yeah, let's try it.
Okay, got you. What do you think? Ooh,
Oh my
that
god.
even sounded delicious.
The stracciatella is so amazing.
Okay.
I have to go in for another bite.
Yeah, go on. Can you taste the glaze? How is it? Yeah.
It's really good.
You're
Thank
literally
you.
stuffing your face. She's literally stuffing her face on here. I love it.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Okay. Okay, what 1 out of 10? What are you giving
That's
it?
a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
That is so
Ooh,
my
I love
style.
It. Okay.
It is so good. The bread was so crispy.
Yep.
Prosciutto is
heard it.
perfect. Yeah, you heard it. I hope you guys heard it too. Oh, so
Okay,
good.
What do you want to go for next?
Should we keep going with the sandwiches and then we can do?
Yeah.
Let's
okay,
do the burger
then you
then.
do the burger
Sorry, I'm like
last.
making
yeah.
you flip the plates around.
Flipping it around.
Okay,
go
wow.
on. I think that has some onions in there. I
Yeah.
think it looks like onions.
Ooh. Oh my god, that steak is perfectly cooked. It's like
Yeah.
a perfect medium
Yeah.
rare.
Oh, this one has the au poivre sauce. It's
Yes.
steak au poivre.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
excited. I've never had a sandwich like this before.
Yeah. Steak au poivre is delicious. Everyone loves it. Okay. Good.
Really good. Thank you.
It's cooked medium rare, I believe. How do you like your meat cooked? Medium rare is a good.
I like
temperature?
medium rare,
Yeah.
medium.
Okay.
I feel like with age, I'm getting more to the rarer side.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's
true.
why I'm at medium rare
I
now.
hear that a lot from people.
Yeah,
People
right?
Older, yeah.
It's really good because you get the taste of the meat. And it's like flavored really well.
Okay.
Really good seasoning on here. The
Okay.
cheese combination is amazing.
Okay. If you were to
Yum.
compare that to this one,
Ooh.
what do you think?
Hard to compare.
Yeah.
They're so different,
Yeah. Okay.
but so good. I feel like this one I would eat for lunch and this one I would eat for dinner
Okay.
because this one's a little like, steak is a little bit more
Yeah,
dinner-wise.
sure,
yeah.
sure. Nice glass
Yeah,
of
we're-
wine, maybe.
Yes. Oh my gosh, with a red glass of wine, this would be perfect.
Yes, I know. Okay. Now, last but not least,
Okay.
the burger.
Okay, I love burgers, so I'm really excited about this. If anybody follows me on Instagram, you know I'm a huge burger girl. So I'm really excited to try this. It has bacon, mushrooms, lettuce, tomato. Oh wow.
Okay. Ooh, that's a big burger.
This is gonna be
Okay.
crazy bite, let's say.
Ooh, and it's like juicy. It's dripping.
Oh my
Look
gosh,
at that.
that's a good burger when it drips.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Okay. You like it?
that's really good.
All right.
The bacon is like a perfect thickness.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a burger and the bacon's either like way too crispy, so it kind of like ruins it, or it's way too thick. This is a really good slice of bacon.
Yep.
The meat is cooked perfectly. I mean, it's so juicy, it's dripping. As we said, like, so good.
Okay.
I
Now,
love
if
this
you were to
burger.
choose between sandwiches and burger, here's an napkin.
Thank
for
you.
What do you go for?
I would go for a burger.
Go for a burger.
Yeah. But I feel like in a situation like this where we're at an Italian
Yep.
spot, I would probably go sandwich because I
Yep.
do like prosciutto sandwiches are my favorite.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go that way. But typically, if I'm going to order a burger when I'm out.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Same with me. All right, guys. These are new additions to Alessio's Cafe. Obviously, our expert here has given us a perfect review. Thank you, Jenna, for
Thank you.
giving us a great review. You can find her at The Hungry Traveler, right?
Yes.
On Instagram,
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook too, actually.
Facebook. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And we'll be right back. See you soon.
Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching The Pulse with Peter B. and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com.
Welcome back. I'm your host with the most, Josh Sotomayor Einstein. I'm so glad you're joining us, and I'm so glad our special guest, Chairman of the Hudson County Board of Commissioners, used to be freeholders, Anthony Romano. Tell me that I got the title wrong, because I definitely did.
You're right, Josh. It's always an honor and a pleasure to be here with you and Peter B. Thank you for the invite.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations. I think last time we had you on, you weren't the chairperson, and now you are the chairperson. So tell us what's been going on the Board of County Commissioners.
Well, we have so many different things going on with regards to like right now too. Coming up is going to be our Movies in the Park series, which we show movies in all the different county parks. One in July, one in August. We just had our senior luncheon with recognizing a senior from each city as their Senior of the Year, culminating with one of those 12 being the County Senior of the Year. We have our senior boat ride coming up. We have the graduation of the Hudson County Community College. We broke ground on a new addition to our Hudson County Schools of Technology down by Liberty Science Center, which is going to emphasize STEM. We have the reentry program going full tilt with regards to the Hudson County Department of Corrections. We also have the apprentice program with the Hudson County Building Trades. And obviously, as you know, I'm in the middle of an election, in a primary.
Well, it all sounds very, very exciting. I'm so glad that there's so many things for members of the elderly community to do, because oftentimes, especially in winter, but even sometimes when it's too hot outside in the summer, they just get shut in and forgot about. So it's great that the county remembers them, recognizes them, and it doesn't just try to warehouse them like happens a lot in our society. It also seems really cool about the reentry program, because same thing, like we shouldn't just throw people away. People make mistakes, and we should try to reintegrate them into society. So that's really, really cool. But so what's been, everybody out there on TV and the internet, they know that I'm a conservative Republican. They know that you're a Democrat. Yet we still, are able to be friends and yell at each other in a friendly way about different ideas. What's been going on in the primary election right now?
Well, in answer to your, just a remark to your other comment, this country was built on centric policy, not everybody swinging all the way one side, all the way the other side. I think I always use Tip O'Neill, the great former Democratic House Speaker, with the great President Ronald Reagan, how they made it work. Politics is the art of compromise, and I think during my career, especially here in Hoboken, I've had a wonderful relationship with the Republican Party and the different members. There's so many good Republican families here, the Glatts, the Englands, the Gaspars, the Careers. I can go on. They've always been big supporters of mine too, and I work and help them with anything I can to do, just as I would if someone's a Democrat. I don't ask people if they're Democrat or Republican. Obviously, I have a primary battle going now with someone who's way out there as a progressive, and we're just working it every day.
Well, that's very, very interesting. So what sort of things are you doing in the campaign so far?
Well, Jack, Josh, I don't
I've been called
deviate.
worse.
I don't deviate from what I do all year long. For me, election time isn't the time that people see me. Everybody knows of my accessibility. Everybody knows that I'm there constantly, 365 days a year. And I think that forms a strong bond with a lot of people, and especially with the seniors, with those in the housing authority. I've also made inroads with a lot of the new people to get to know them. I think that's important, that you cross over with all the different demographics that you have. I think it's important. Hudson County is the most diversified county, definitely in the state, possibly in the country. And I enjoy all the different cultures, learning about different cultures and religions. The holidays, for example, you have so many holidays that just passed. You had the Indian
Chairman,
holidays.
I got to cut you off, but I hope you stay with us. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Hudson River Care Counseling. Hello, I'm Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis, the CEO and founder of Hudson River Care Counseling with over 30 years of clinical social work experience in therapy. We are a progressive counseling and coaching practice with a diverse team that brings a holistic approach to clients. We offer support both in person and through digital platforms such as telehealth. Consider us a safe haven that you can trust with care for your mental health needs. Visit our website to set up a consultation today.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Josh Sotomayor Einstein, and I'm so glad to still be joined with the chairman of the County Board of Commissioners, Anthony Romano. You were talking about the diversity in our county and the different holiday events that you like to go to.
Well, for example, you just had the Indian holiday of Holi, and you also have in the fall, you have Navaratri, you have Diwali in the spring. You just had the Jewish holidays that I always, I'm close to,
The
Rabbi
best holidays.
Scheinberg.
All right, I'm not just saying that because I'm Jewish.
Rabbi Scheinberg and I have a great relationship, as with Rabbi Shapiro, obviously two different sects, to celebrate whether it be Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, or Passover, which just occurred, and with our Catholic holidays. And with Ramadan, I have a good relationship with the mosque that is in my district in Jersey City. And I've had some wonderful experiences and wonderful friendships that have blossomed through these relationships.
Oh, sounds very, very cool. I myself, I've gone to different types of churches, and I've had friends that are different sects of Christianity. So I've joined in some different holiday celebrations, but I've never been to a Ramadan iftar feast, I think it's called,
Yes.
and I really want to because I like the
Wonderful
palate of
experience.
Middle Eastern food.
Wonderful experience. We forgot to mention Hanukkah too in regard to the Jewish holidays. With Ramadan and with Eid, which is the culmination at the end of the Ramadan period, it's a very, very wonderful opportunity to meet so many people from the consulate, the Egyptian consulate that come, and also with the Coptic Christian community in Jersey City. Imad, our postmaster, is a Coptic Christian, and we formed a relationship also with their clergy. And then obviously here in Hoboken, you have a different Protestant sects, and Reverend Chris High from Grace Church and I really hit it off. I've been helping him with his new facility. So I think it's all encompassing when you talk about religions and cultures.
Well, we actually had him on the show, Reverend High, Master High, a while ago to talk about, about Hoboken Grace and all the different activities that they do. And I told him I wouldn't hold it against him that there was no longer a movie theater because of him in town. I know it's not because of him, but I used to live across the street and I would get free movie tickets all the time. So, but his plans for that area seem really exciting. It's not just going to be a church, it's going to be a community center. So.
It's going to take a lot of financial backing to get it done. It's a very big space, so, and it's taken a lot of work because, as you know, you have to reconfigure the whole facility.
So we only got about a minute and a half left. You know, what is your elevator pitch for people to vote for you in the Democratic primary?
I think I bring stability, accessibility, responsibility, and a knowledge from both being in law enforcement for many years and as an elected official with experience to work with people from any sect of our society in Hoboken or any other part of Hudson County. And I think that that's important. I'm willing to take criticism. I'm willing to respect others' opinions. And I think most of all, the most important trait is to remember humility. The people that elected me put me there, and the people that vote either keep me there or they don't. And I think that's something you have to always remember. Never be on a high tower, because you can fall very easily. Always keep your feet on the ground and listen and work with everybody and show them all that everyone is important, whether it be the people that work in the car wash or whether it be other elected officials.
Indeed. Well, Commissioner Romano, thank you so much for coming on. I hope you're willing to come on again.
I would, if any time, I consider you a friend, Josh, as well as Peter B.
Well, I consider you a friend, but I don't consider Peter B a friend. Just somebody I know.
Well, hopefully he's going to get the Mets to win, so we'll hope for that.
Go sports.
And I'd like to thank your staff, too, for giving me this opportunity.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Files Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there. Welcome back to the Pulse with Peter B. Peter Biancamano back in the host chair, but I'm going to send it out. He made his premiere as host last month, so you're going to want to stay tuned and see him again. To our good friend, Reverend Mark Ennis. He is standing by at Hudson River Care Counseling, of course, located at 310 Cedar Lane in Teaneck, New Jersey, and 63A 8th Street in Hoboken, New Jersey. And we have an even more special treat for you. He's interviewing his wife and, of course, everybody's favorite mental health expert, Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis. I can't wait. Mark, take it away.
Thank you, Peter, for that wonderful introduction. I was featured last month on Pastor Mark with My Sanctuary Healing, and today I have the privilege of introducing the lady behind My Sanctuary Healing, and author of a book, Out of the Pulpit. So, Pam, please, Dr. Pam, excuse me, tell me, what motivated you to write this book, and what motivated you to start My Sanctuary Healing?
Wow, that's a bigger question than we can cover in this segment, but thank you.
Do the best you can.
It really goes back probably over 30 years. I'm duly trained as both a social worker and as a minister, so my work has really been in counseling all these years. And I began to find, we were living in Albany at the time, and I began to find that over and over and over again, I was getting people in my caseload, and I should back up too, I do a lot of work with trauma, but as a subset of trauma, I was finding that a lot of them had religious trauma, whether it was people who had been abused by nuns in a Catholic orphanage, or people who had been ostracized by the church because they were gay, or people somewhere along the line who'd been abused in a religious home and had some kind of dissociative disorder. And then what topped that all off was, well, we were living in Albany. If you recall, the whole Boston Roman Catholic Diocese thing broke, where, you remember the movie Spotlight? where everything just broke. And we were in Albany, which is about 3 hours west. So the Albany diocese was going through a similar thing. And what happened was, for whatever reason, God's grace, I guess, that I was essentially the only Protestant counselor in town, about 2 miles from where the diocesan office was, and I got a lot of referrals of the victims. And I actually then worked with the Roman Catholic Diocese in Albany. And that sort of just sparked my whole, like, okay, God, you're calling me to this work. And I did retreats at that point and did lots and lots of work with survivors. I didn't work with the perpetrators, but I worked with the survivors. And then we moved here in 2006 to this area in North Jersey, and the work just sort of continued here. And then, so in the meantime, I was working on my dissertation. So that's where that book comes out of, a dissertation where I interviewed 13, I'm going to talk about this in another segment, but I interviewed 13 women's lives who had been lesbians in several Protestant denominations, and how they too had experienced that ostracization from their own churches. So religious abuse, religious trauma is very broad. It covers a bunch of different areas.
Okay, but there are thousands, millions of people who heard about this abuse in religious institutions. What about you drove you to do something about it, to start My Sanctuary Healing?
It was just, I think, the preponderance of how do you explain a call? I mean, it just felt like I needed to do this work, and it kept coming to me, and it's continuing to come to me. And then I got the dissertation done. That book was published in 2019, and then of course COVID happened, so it didn't get much marketed. But in the meantime, a year ago now, just a year ago this month, it's March, we started a group called My Sanctuary Healing, and it's just been amazing. And you saw Andrew and Mark's, Pastor Mark's segment last month, and they talked about, Andrew is one of many survivors.
Pretend I'm a religious abuse survivor. I come to you, I give you my story. What tools and gifts has God given you to help me begin a healing journey?
Well, I start with really just gentleness and warmth. I mean, we don't even identify for them they often don't come to me saying that. They come with other types of abuse. Usually it presents honestly in depression or anxiety at first. It's like the iceberg kind of metaphor. Like you have symptoms here, and then you find out as you go along months into the work that there's all these issues underneath. So we begin to slowly unravel it and connecting it. And I'm finding that the people who then identify as a religious abuse survivor, usually it's one part of other abuses, that we then begin to just, I then can get a little theological and say, God didn't want that to happen to you. That's humans that misinterpreted God, and you are loved, and it's not your fault, and all those kinds of things. And I always say to them, I hold out hope for you that you can heal. So some of that emerged into starting this group a year ago. I recognized I had so many people in my caseload who had this common denominator of religious abuse that we started a support group. We meet online on Wednesdays, and it's grown now in the last year.
Suppose I come to you and say, look, lady, I don't care how good you are, I'm damaged goods, I'm beyond hope. What do you say to me?
And I would say no one is beyond hope, although I know you can't take that in right now, but I will keep reminding you of that, and I'll hold out hope for you that you can heal.
Is it the survivors who somehow played into that abuse? Is it ever their fault?
It's never their fault.
It's never their fault at all. How do you say that to them if they feel like it is?
Something like that, just very gently. I think I consciously lower my voice. I've tried to be nurturing, and keep in mind that it's been COVID, so I've been working online a lot. I love it when people come in person, but it's just really just trying to be nurturing. Sometimes I'm the first nurturing person that they've had in their lives, or maybe in a long time.
I hate to cut this short, but time is running out. Can you tell me very succinctly numbers? How common is it for people to be religiously abused? What are the numbers
There's
here?
all kinds of research out there. Pew Research, not to make up on words, or Barna has a lot of research on religious institutions. I'd say it's about, the latest estimates are probably 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10 people.
And that covers anything from misuse of authority or something as blatant as clergy sexual abuse, or the ostracization of people in the LGBTQ community, and some other things in between.
Tell the audience, please, really quickly how they can contact you and how to get to be part of My Sanctuary Healing.
Okay, the
Please,
best thing would be
look that way and tell them.
to call our main number, and you'll get to talk to my office manager and intake coordinator in Youngstown, and our number is 201-541-8600. Or www.hudsonrivercareandcounseling.com.
Well, folks, you heard it from Dr. Pam herself. If you've been abused, it is not your fault. Contact her office, get some therapy with her, and possibly become a part of My Sanctuary Healing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And we go now back to Peter.
Thank you so much, Pastor Mark, and of course, the founder and CEO of Hudson River Care Counseling, Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis. We so appreciate you taking over the last segment and enlightening us as always. All right, folks, join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. I'm Peter Biancamano. I hope you have a great week, everybody.